I'm honestly picking up a well-meaning energy from your comments, but you have to understand that in the larger context of my engagement with this creator over time, this statement that Allie has never said I can't believe in manifesting, and she actually has a video for people who want to manifest in a trauma-informed, grounded way, is brain-breaking. Like, brain-breaking in the exact way that gaslighting is meant to be. I don't believe that you're gaslighting me, but for this entire time, for Allie to hold space in general for the concept of manifesting is brain-breaking. Because all that I have been insisting on this entire time is my entitlement to my own personal spiritual beliefs, and specifically to concepts like manifestation, which I do approach in a trauma-informed and grounded way. I absolutely do. So if that's not what she's attacking me for, this fundamental idea that, I'm delusional for believing in manifestation, if that's not what she's attacking, what is she attacking? What has she been attacking this entire time? It's crazy making. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't compute. Unless it's not in good faith. Like, I don't have a way to comprehend how that statement makes sense in the context of all of our interactions and engagement so far. Well, it is related to white supremacy, but I'm not being white supremacist by claiming that authority. And the reframing has to do with intersectionality, because it's not just whiteness, it's white maleness, it's like cis, straight, white maleness, able-bodiedness. All of that is really centered in the university. So even just as a not man, and even more so as an autistic person, I was actively retaliated against for being an autistic person at my university, like this year, for being queer, for being non-binary, but even just for being not a man, I'm already completely in the marginalized position in the university. And again, it's intersectional, right? But that means that I have had to work really hard and be really brave and strong and overcome extra bullshit all the time in order to make my way up that mountain. And so to stand at the top doesn't make me narcissistic. It doesn't make me, ego driven, especially not because I'm completely calling it out. Actually, it's like what I'm actively doing that. And the reason that I fought my way up there was so that people would listen when I said things like, this is white supremacist. Like, I literally have those takes on my page. So it's just, it's really harmful to be gaslit about how I am not an intellectual and how I am not doing anything but being ego-driven, rather than being brave and strong and working really hard and being smart, being clever, making wise political decisions. Well, it is related to, and while I would have to be out of my mind to take Allie's word alone on this,
you do not get to act like you care. You completely degraded a dead woman yesterday because the information came from me. And you said all over this app yesterday that I would lie about something like this. And you forced people to break her privacy. Oh, but now you believe us. What about me? Do you seriously see me as that subhuman? You said last night that you literally are an authority over me because of your degrees. Like, this is actually scary. I'm a real person. What about an apology to me?
Have any information either way when it comes to whether that woman that Allie keeps talking about who died actually exists, would love it. Love to... And while I would have to be out of my mind to take Allie's word alone. Hi everyone. I just learned the news that Allie got the creator R. Renee to confirm, corroborate that this person P was real and died. And while I would have to be out of my mind to take Allie's word alone on this, R. Renee, on the other hand, I absolutely trust and believe and respect and look up to as a very strong spiritual creator on this app. And so I want to just publicly say that in my book, you know, this matter is put to rest. It's confirmed. This is a believable source, first of all. And then I just want to leave space for the humanity of this person and for how sad it is that they passed in the way that they did. And then thirdly, I want to just leave space for the gravitas of all of us, not just influencers on this app, not just creators, not just spiritual influencers or people in spiritual communities, but all of us in all of our communities. We have power. We have a huge amount of power because we all influence each other, because we're all here together, you know, and so it is a very important responsibility for all of us to try as hard as we can to minimize the harm that we do in the world, and what we put out there, and to stay as grounded as possible and to try to be as trauma-informed as possible in our spiritual practices, in our lifestyles, in our lives. I just want to leave space for those things, leave space for this person who passed away. Hi. Well, I'm simply not sorry because I didn't do anything wrong in any of those regards. I was pretty level-headed considering the abuse I've been enduring for the last few days. I didn't blast people. I just very reasonably didn't trust Allie to not lie to me because she's been lying to me very consistently, for example, over the last few days. And then I don't think I disrespected this person. When I was initially told someone died, I put out a video that I think was respectful of this person, considering especially that I didn't know anything about the situation, and then was never given any information about the situation. I went about trying to find out the information in the best way that I could find out. Allie blew that into a much more dramatic scenario than it ever had to be. Allie brought this person into the rhetoric of this thing between the two of us. This person should never have been involved in that. I am not the reason why this person died. Well, I'm simply not sorry because I didn't do anything.
I seriously don't want to make this post. Do you hear me? But I need you guys to listen to me right now. And I had to put on my... I had to do some Joe Dispenza cosplay to get myself to do this. Okay? I'm serious, okay? This is involving Aquarian Music Witch. This is so hard because I seriously feel so traumatized. Oh my god, Sunny wants to come up. Okay, Bun, hold on. I know I'm joking, but I use humor to cope. My body is in like fight or flight hardcore. And you know, like emotional like manipulation and stuff like that is so serious, and gaslighting, and I feel so hurt. I truly feel so hurt that somebody would say, I need to take this off. Like, I'm not just impervious to somebody truly believing that I would lie about a death and doubling down on that. And then when they find out that I in fact didn't lie in any way, they don't acknowledge that. They don't say anything. Like, there's... I'm actually hurt. I'm actually traumatized. This actually messes with people's brains. This actually, like, ignites their CPTSD. Like, this causes I mean, you always have complex PTSD if you have it, but this is causing an emotional flashback, right? Like, when Sunny, can you not? Sorry. This is also how you heal complex PTSD, is you learn what it is. I had a ton of religious abuse and gaslighting, but you learn about your brain and you learn how to spot emotional abuse and manipulation, and you stand up to it in real time. And that's what happened here. And that's why, yeah. But I do need to stop. I need to go no contact. I make mistakes. I get tempted. Reactive abuse happens. And I need you guys to stop too. Please don't go comment on their stuff anymore. Let's stop. Just because somebody is being abusive, let me be the one to say, let's all stop. Because to be like this, this takes trauma. Like, what do we know about the brain? What do I preach about? I better have compassion for brains that are struggling. Like, seriously. And I'm sorry to anybody that I triggered. I need to seriously work on a new term for spiritual narcissism. I need to stop saying narcissism in general. And I'm going to do an overhaul on how I speak about people who have like narcissistic stuff. Okay, I promise. I seriously don't.
This video is for Aquarian Music Witch, and this is the final video. I am going no contact because I need to not be around you. This has been so traumatic for me. Absolutely not. Does this open a discussion between us? This ends now. And this video would have never been made unless you just got caught red-handed. This isn't an apology. There was zero apology. All I want to hear is, I'm sorry. I fucked up, Allie. I seriously tried to ruin your reputation, and I forced you. I forced you to ruin the privacy of somebody who just passed. You made me prove myself in some really weird way, and now that I did, I'm all of a sudden a good person in your eyes? Nice try. I am going to make the YouTube video. It will be very compassionate, kind, fair, but I am going to make a YouTube video. I need it for my own trauma. I need it for my own brain. And it's not just me that was hurt in this situation. It was my friends, my community, the people that you told over and over and over again that they were abusive. I appreciate that you can finally see that I'm a good person, and now you have to make this video, and I think that you tried, I guess. The first watch through, I was like, oh. And then it hit me. I just got manipulated again. Do not contact me. I do not want to hear that you're saying I'm avoiding having some productive conversation with you. I tried having a productive, respectful conversation with you for a very long time, and you decided to slander me. And I don't know if anybody's ever said something that nobody has ever said something that horrible about me in such a public way. That has never happened to me before. And then gaslit me for days. This was truly cruel. This put me in a CPTSD emotional flashback. What are you gonna do about that? Oh right, nothing. I have to go take care of that because of your actions. But yeah,
So it turns out the apology was